All right, you guys. So they have revealed some shocking information surrounding this entire, you know, David situation in Celeste, where they have revealed how they say he took this woman's life. Now, this dude, they're trying to get the death penalty on the table for this cat. They're saying not only that, he had a relation with this, chick, and this is the reason why he did what he did. Because he was getting investigated, she was going to expose him, is what they're saying. They're saying that she was going to come out and expose him. I don't know if she had already went to the cops or had been working with the police or however they were trying to say it. But, that is what they're saying. I'm going to play back some of what they said again, because I think it's very important to listen to some of what they said. They didn't try to give out as many details because I think that they're still working on some other people behind the scenes. They said witnesses. I believe that they also have people that they flipped that they have not put publicly out here. I don't think they want to put their entire case out here yet, but I do think that they have, some people who have testified against this guy. I believe they have some people that have flipped. People say, well, why didn't they arrest him? You can do, secret indictments or things like that, where you indict people secretly, or where you, hold your witnesses as close to trial as you can, the identity of them for their safety and, things like that. So they got different ways that they be trying to do this stuff if you watch different cases. But according to the reports, it's saying that the prosecutors are now alleging that David, he used, and by the way, y'all click the link and hit the like button. Click the link that's in the description box, you guys. Make sure y'all never miss an update. It's a free. All you gotta do is click that link and subscribe to our Telegram channel, and you'll see you'll see all the updates, all the notifications of every video we put out each day. So make sure y'all do that. That way y'all don't miss any content. But prosecutors, they're alleging that David, he used a sharp instrument to, take her apart. Now, they announced the alleged, methodology in a press conference yesterday. That they claim that he personally used, deadly and dangerous weapon, a sharp instrument, to commit this crime. Now, she was just, we already know at what point in life she was in. It's just sad, man. When he allegedly engaged in repeated, certain acts against her, the district attorney said. But they're saying his actions didn't stop there. They're saying that when she threatened to expose, his criminal conduct and, basically devastate his music career, he then took her life, and then put her in the Tesla, Now, did he do this on his own? I doubt he did that on his own. I believe there will be other. To me, they're probably going to try to get him. They're probably going to try to break him and get him to take a deal. They're putting a death penalty. They're throwing a death penalty out there. I think that's to try to get him to come out and take a lesser deal with life in prison or something like that, and admit to his guilt. That's why they were saying if it goes to trial. Because I think they're trying to get him to come out, look, just admit it, and we'll take the death penalty. If it gets put on the table, we'll take it off the table. You know what I mean? So, they said that they was going to get the justice for, Celeste. Now, the police arrested him back on Thursday of last week after over 7 months after they discovered her, body. Now, he was on tour at the time, but canceled the remaining concerts soon afterwards and said that he was cooperating with authorities in the investigation. Now, she previously went missing in 2024 after running away from home, right? So this is the reason why nobody probably thought about it for all that time. Because if you a runaway, you've been gone for that long before you came back. They're going to be like, oh, man, they ran away again, So to me, I'm still looking at the parents heavily in these situations, man. You know, because at the end of the day, it's still your son, your daughter. You have to, this situation shows a lot to a lot of people. I'm just gonna leave it in those contexts. It really does. So I had a situation. I'm going to tell y'all something, and I've said this before. I got into it with my parents one time when I was younger, and I got into it with my pops. And I told him some crazy stuff like, man, I hate you, this, that, and third. I was so mad that he was like disciplining me. He was correcting me for what I was doing wrong, which, in turn saved my life today. But with that all being said, I threatened. I was like, hey, man, I'm going to leave, man. Forget it. I'm out. So he told me leave. I couldn't believe he told me to leave. He was like, all right, leave. You don't want to follow the instructions in this house? Leave. It was cold as hell outside, right? He was literally going to let me leave. But I do believe this, right? Because I went outside and went on the back. But I went on the back deck, I believe. Sat out there for like 30 minutes, came back and knocked on the door like, man, let me in the house. I was just, man, I couldn't take it. I was like, man. But I believe that if I would have went or disappeared, as far as for that night, or if I didn't come back, before the end of the night, then they would have probably already been out there, full hunt looking for where I was at. I don't think it would have been a situation to where I would have been gone for a long time, like they're alleging the situation with this shorty, because they would have been on that. So those are my questions too. Like, what is the whole back story on this girl going missing and the family? I'm looking at all angles to see how this all built up into this situation right here, right? And I'm not blaming her parents and saying that, hey, man, no, but I'm also, is a level of responsibility when you're dealing with, your child. So, and their whereabouts, right? So, my point is saying, mine would have, I know how they moved. They'd have been all over my helmet if I didn't even come back the same night. But they knew I wasn't going to go nowhere. They already knew what was up. At that time, it was snowing outside too. It was ice cold, so most definitely. But, I say that to say this, man. I think that this investigation needs to go all the way back, involving the parents as well. And I'm not saying for her unaliving, but it needs to go all the way back to the parents to see the origins of this whole situation. It's like they're in collab with the parents, but how far did this investigation go? I want to know how far into her past, into the background, did this investigation go? And was her parents ever suspects for any type of negligence or anything at any time? I would like to know that. I'm not accusing them. I would like to know. The reason why I would like to know is because sometimes you need to understand the mindset of these people and why they left, or why they're leaving, or why they're a runaway. Because that puts you in certain situations. See what I'm saying? There's stuff like this going on all the time with parents and in battles with their youth. So, you may be in a battle with your youth may want to leave, you may want to get out, she may want to get out. And then let's just say you don't have the responsibility to go find them and get control of your child. Then something happens. Boom. See what I'm saying? Now we at this. So my question would have been, the second time, if she got away the second time, how did she get linked with this guy? Like, I feel like the whole backstory needs to be told. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share and subscribe. Let's get a lot of likes in here. You guys, appreciate all of y'all that's tapped in. Y'all already know what's up, man. Y'all know what they doing. So click that link again. Subscribe to the free Telegram channel, and that way y'all will never miss any updates. A lot of y'all don't even get our notifications for all of our videos, so y'all know what's up. And salute to everybody who support the channel. The links all be in the description box below this video and in the comment section. So, yeah, I want to know. I hope they do the full background on that so we can really know what happened. And they can like try to paint the whole story as much as possible, because the way they're talking, it's like, okay, they're working in conjunction with the family. But my question would be, what was there an issue with her and the family that made her go away in the first place? How much control did the family have over their own daughter? All of these questions I would ask, and I would want answers to in the public, to kind of build a timeline and to create the entire, story of this whole situation and how it built up into her allegedly ending up, in the grass of David. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.